All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where I was confronted and have to do a correction as Shakur Stevenson makes a mind-boggling demand of Gervonta Davis, makes an unreal request of Gervonta Davis in an interview with the Breakfast Club. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the fight that is one of the biggest fights in boxing, or is one of the best fights in boxing, that just became a little bit more unlikely to be made, as Shakur Stevenson makes a futile demand of Gervonta Davis, which is for him to come over to Turki Alalshiek and get the fight done with them. Now, before I get into the video, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you guys so much. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this. But let's get into this. Okay, so Shakur Stevenson was on the Breakfast Club. He was interviewed by Charlemagne the God, the other guy that's on the Breakfast Club. And next to him was a guy named Aki Reyes, who works for DAZN, and he has a show called Akin Barak. In this conversation, I won't belabor the whole conversation, tell you everything that took on. But as Deem the Great, and I'm going to call him Deem the Great, said to me on my live stream, and I went back and double checked it just to make sure. Shakur Stevenson said that two things, and honestly, they contradict each other. One, he said that he has a contract with Eddie Hearn that allows him to go wherever he wants to go and fight with whoever he wants to fight with. Let me repeat. Shakur Stevenson says that he has a contract with Eddie Hearn that allows him to go wherever he wants to go. Now, what's the evidence of this? The evidence of this is the fact that when Shakur was supposed to fight William Zepeda originally, he backed out of it and said, look, I don't want to fight because Turki Alalshiek is giving me an offer lower than I want to get. So forget Turki Alalshiek, forget Eddie. And he sent a note and he said straight to Oscar De La Hoya, okay, let's work directly. So what does that mean? That means that if Shakur Stevenson does not like an offer that he gets from Turki Alalshiek or someone else, he can go fight somewhere else. So it is a reasonable question to wonder or to ask, well, hold on. If you can go anywhere to fight, then why would you then subsequently say that Gervonta Davis needs to come over there so they can get the bag? That doesn't make sense. You can go over there and get the bag. Shakur can go get his bag over there. If he can go get his bag directly with William Zepeda and he can get it with Oscar De La Hoya, then he should be able to directly get that bag with PBC and Gervonta Davis. Makes a lot of sense to me. Doesn't make it. I don't see any reason whatsoever that Gervonta has to go over there to do that. But what does that mean? That means that is a barrier, because we know that Gervonta Davis is not going to go over to Turki Alalshiek. He's not going to do it. So the simple demand in saying that he needs to do that kind of lets me know that, hey, man, Shakur Stevenson is asking for something that's more than likely unreasonable. Because again, Shakur knows that Gervonta Davis is the draw. And Shakur Stevenson has the ability to go over and fight Gervonta Davis. So then why would he in the same interview say that Gervonta has to go over to Turki Alalshiek? Well, I'll tell you why that he needs to do that. Because the money will not be there for Shakur if Shakur comes over and fights Gervonta. And why would that be? Because a fight with Gervonta Davis, you're going to get paid off of the actual pay-per-views that are done, the ticket sales that are done, the merchandising, and all the other different avenues of revenue for the fight. That is what Shakur Stevenson is going to get paid out of. Shakur is not going to be getting paid out of if Gervonta doesn't go over there. He's not going to be getting a position on a fight card that he knows is going to lose money, regardless of whether or not how much money he makes, right? So he is going to try to take the easy way out. That's what that is. It's the easy way out. So he's going to say, well, we need to make this fight with Gervonta because this is the money. But look, man, all kind of people have been saying this about that fight card that took place, the last fight card that took place. Just fighting for money and just fighting for the bag doesn't necessarily mean we're going to really get a good fight. So I don't believe that this fight more than likely is going to happen within the next 15 months. Now, the interesting thing will be, though, is what happens when Turki Alalshiek goes off and he starts fighting on TKO cards. He starts and by the way, the first TKO card is supposed to be in September. And we'll see what the pay scales and all that stuff look like as he transitions to doing TKO cards with Dana White. Dana White however, I'm telling you, it's not all good and fun because Dana White said something, commented about what he thought about making the Canelo Alvarez fight versus Terrence Crawford at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, like Turki Alalshiek wants it. And do you know what he said about the idea? Dana White said he hated the idea. So even when you have Turki Alalshiek go to TKO, you're still going to have Dana White who's going to have his own ideas about how you grow a business. And I guarantee you, losing money consistently is not going to be on his plans. Why can't we just have fights that make money? This is ridiculous. Look at this. Gervonta Davis has to literally compete to get fights with somebody that is going to throw a ton of money away and make fights that people don't want to see just for the sake of not having fights made that person doesn't want to have made. And you hear this in what is rumored that Turki Alalshiek is doing with Gervonta Davis's fight cards that Turki's not involved in, which is rumored to be blocking them. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. I can't wait till Turki Alalshiek gets full-time over there to TKO boxing and people start seeing those pay scales and kind of duck out on that guy. Anyway, maybe it'll happen between Shakur and Gervonta, but it's probably not going to happen for the next 2 years until that situation gets cleared out. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.